Okay, the next strategy I'm going to look at in any kind of detail is email marketing. And this is the email that we sent out, or one of the emails that we sent out. And hopefully there's a few of you here as a result of receiving this email or one of the other emails. Email marketing absolutely does work. But again, it's like pay-per-click advertising. It's very easy to do, but it's very easy to do wrong as well. So let's have a look at some of the strengths of email marketing. It is very easy to set up, and in theory, you could just go into your Microsoft Outlook on your PC and create an email and get a bunch of email addresses and send it out. Okay, it's not the way to do it, but anyway, in theory, you could. It's very inexpensive. You know, email marketing has got no real overhead. You know, create the email, get your images, get your copy, hit that send button, and away it goes. There's no other cost involved. It's totally measurable, as with all things to do with internet marketing. I think that's what I love about internet marketing is the whole measurability of it. It's not like, you know, sticking a billboard up there or putting an ad on the radio or whatever. And yes, you can embed certain codes and things, but it's never 100% accurate. Everything you do in terms of internet marketing is totally measurable, and that's the great thing about it. And email marketing is no exception to that. So whenever you send an email out, you can see how many people have opened the email, how many people read your email, how many emails bounced and came back because the address was invalid, how many people clicked on specific links within your email. All that is totally measurable. So it's a great platform for working out what's working and what's not. Email marketing is great for existing customers and people who visit new visitors to your website. So even if you've got an offline business, and I'm totally amazed, particularly in Northern Ireland here, having lived in the States, at how many offline businesses like restaurants and cafes and people like that make no attempt to capture my email address, because, you know, if they made a little bit of an attempt, ran competitions, gave me some kind of discount or did something to get my email address, you know, then they could email me, you know, weekly, monthly, whatever, and just remind me that they're still there, because I've probably visited once, you know, maybe had a good enough time, but because they didn't remind me that they're still there, I haven't gone back to them. So email marketing is a great way of getting existing customers to come back and visit you. And again, for people who you've driven to your website, maybe through search, through pay-per-click, whatever it might be, of actually getting a one-to-one engagement, because as a website visitor, you know, they're still nobody. They're still very incognito as far as you're concerned. So you've got to try and convert them into something. And if done right, email marketing is very professional. It was gone now. Hopefully you thought that the email marketing we sent out was professional. You can make your company look, you know, very professional, whether you're a one-man band or a multinational. You know, by getting the design and the look of your email right, you can come across as a very, very professional organization. The weaknesses of email marketing are, as I've said, it is hard to get right, because it's too easy to do, and so people don't take time and they don't think about it. They don't put enough thought and effort into it, and they send out for sort of very, very sloppy emails, which I mentioned later on as well. There are spam and junk problems, and you know, you send an email out, and you know, people don't get it for whatever reason, and you know, so there's issues to be overcome there with regard to spam and junk. If you do it badly and you're sending mass emails out from your Microsoft Outlook particularly, then you really do run the risk of having an impact on your whole company emails, because all it takes is for one person to receive that email that you sent out to go, I don't like that email, I didn't subscribe to that company, or maybe they've even forgotten that they subscribed, and they can hit that report as spam button on their email client. That goes back to their internet service provider, and potentially their internet service provider can actually blacklist your whole domain and your whole email. So suddenly, it has a major impact on your business, because any email sent out from xyz.com is now blacklisted, and you're done, and your whole email becomes worthless. So it can have an impact on your whole company emails. And you do need interesting content. There's absolutely no doubt about that. You know, just sending out offer after offer after offer, if that's the sort of business that you're in, you know, doesn't work. People will start to disengage with that. You know, once you send out a few offers, then people will go, they keep sending me out an offer, because these people aren't in the frame of mind to buy every time. And even Tesco's, you know, they had their daily email thing that went on for a while, you know, and they found that people became disengaged from that. It was too much. You know, people aren't going to rush into Tesco's to buy the special of the day every day. So it doesn't work. You've got to provide interesting content as well as your offer, and remind people that you're there. So how do you get email right? Well, the first thing I would say is use a third-party online solution. So don't never ever send mass email out from your Microsoft Outlook because you do run the risk. One, it'll get caught by the spam and the junk filters, and two, your whole company email could potentially get blacklisted, and that would obviously have a major impact on your business. So use third-party solutions. Here's a couple, aweber.com, constantcontact.com, we at Pierce Communications, we have our own platform as well. That our clients can use, and these things cost dollars a month, $15, $20 a month. Or our own solution is based on, I think it's like a penny or something like that per email sent out. They're very, very ineffective and sorry, inexpensive, not ineffective, and a Freudian slip there. Definitely inexpensive, but they are very effective. And it means then that if anybody hits that report as spam button, then it goes back to these third parties. And they will then contact you and rap your knuckles and say, naughty, naughty, where did you get those email addresses from? Don't do it again. But at least your company email is safe. There's no chance that you will actually get blacklisted. So do use third-party online solutions. Use the double opt-in method. And what I mean here is that just capturing people's email addresses willy-nilly and putting them onto your database and starting to email them is okay, but you'll get a much better response if the first thing that happens when you add them to your list is that they get a quick email that says, we've had a request to add you to the Pierce Communications email database. Are you sure you want to, you're in? And there's a little link that says, click here to verify. And in doing so, there's two things happen. One, you know that their email address is actually valid because a lot of people will give dummy email addresses. They mistype their email address. They write it down wrong, whatever it might be. So you're verifying that the email is actually valid. And of course, secondly then, by saying yes, they're basically saying, yes, I do want to receive more information from you as a company. And they're giving you permission. So do use the double opt-in method. Yes, your numbers of people will go down, but the quality of your list goes up. And then every time you send an email out after that, you'll get a much, much better response. Your opening rates will be much, much better, and your click-through rates will be much better. So do use the double opt-in method.